So if you ask anyone, even your grandma, whether they use AI, they'll probably tell you they do because they use ChatGPT. So if ChatGPT is the well-known name when you talk about artificial intelligence, then why is Sam Altman pressing the panic button? This week, if you've been watching the news, you know that Sam Altman sent an email out at OpenAI and declared code red. Basically, he's calling for an emergency at OpenAI. And why is this happening? It's because of the release of Google's Gemini 3, which threatens OpenAI's dominance in the AI race. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through what's happening and what that means for us as users of artificial intelligence, users of the different large language models. So let's step into the video and look at this. So let's look inside OpenAI's scramble to defend their AI crown. So what is code red? What does this mean? So basically, when we read in the news that Sam Altman has declared code red at OpenAI, this just means he has declared some business emergency. So the directive was clear at OpenAI. They will not be spending much of their resources on non-core initiatives. They'll be focusing mainly on the core ChatGPT experience. So basically everything halts, everything comes to a stop until they can improve the core functionality of ChatGPT. So what has caused all this to happen? The main catalyst for this was Google Gemini 3's delivery. It was a great leap in the capability of the large language models. And you even have people like Mark Benioff of Salesforce, the CEO of Salesforce. He put out a message to say that he's used ChatGPT for every day for 3 years, but he spent 2 hours on Gemini 3 and he's not going back to ChatGPT. So basically he was saying the leap that has come through Gemini 3 is totally insane. And even if you're a hardcore ChatGPT user, if you tried Gemini 3, you would not go back. And looking at some of the comments that I've been seeing on videos around this, people are so excited for what Gemini 3 provides, and they are definitely not going back to ChatGPT. But the race is not finished yet. So although there's good figures coming through from Google, so just in the last 3 months, the users of Google Gemini have leaped from 450 million users to 650 million users of Google Gemini in just 3 months. So that's a great, insane leap. So let's look at the history. So basically back in 2022, Google also hit the panic button because initially they were the inventors. They invented the transformer, which is the core tech for all modern large language models. But in 2022, November, they got a shock because OpenAI released ChatGPT. And now 3 years later, with over 850 million users of ChatGPT per week and a valuation of $500 billion, why is OpenAI hitting the panic button? It just shows you that no one is safe or will remain on top in this AI race. So after OpenAI released ChatGPT in 2022, Google also responded with the code red, and they've been in the background working away. And what we are seeing now is a dramatic reversal of fortune because now November 2025, Google has its comeback with the release of Gemini 3. So what's Google's advantage in all this? So what Google have, they've got massive infrastructure. They have the TPUs, which are tensor processing units. These are Google developed co-processors for accelerating neural networks. They also have unmatched distribution through Chrome, through the use of Google search, and Gmail. There's massive amounts of users through those products alone. And they also have decades of data that they've developed over a long time. And they have deep financial reserves as well. So they've got the money for this. Now, so what has been happening at OpenAI? So while we're looking at why Google has gained momentum, we should also consider what's been happening at OpenAI. A few months ago, we saw quite a lot of talent at OpenAI leaving OpenAI for other opportunities. So there's been that brain drain happening at OpenAI, seeing their co-founder and chief scientist leaving and joining Safe Super Intelligence. We also saw Mira Murati, their former CTO, also leaving and building Thinking Machines Labs. So they've had a massive brain drain at OpenAI. And then in recent months, we've also seen that they've had some distraction. They've looked at, there's been ChatGPT agents, there's been ChatGPT shopping, and they've been trying to look at so many things, physical hardware, ads, and so on. So I think they've been a bit distracted from their core functionality, which is ChatGPT. So OpenAI's Code Red is an urgent call for everyone to now focus on the core functionality to make ChatGPT better, to make it better than Google's Gemini 3. And that means looking at things like the speed and reliability of ChatGPT, improving its performance on a day-to-day basis, looking at the broader capability of ChatGPT, also increasing personalization, making the chatbot experience better. As we know, there's been complaints about ChatGPT's hallucination or ChatGPT being agreeing with everything you say, and people have made memes about it, but it's true. And so OpenAI are delving down to the core functionality of ChatGPT's intelligence. They're also looking at reducing refusals. That's fixing instances where the model just unnecessarily refuses to answer certain attempts or certain questions. So they've got a lot of things that they could do to improve ChatGPT's functionality. So it's definitely a battle to the top of the AI race. And there are three areas that I believe should be won by the company that remains on top. There's the raw model performance, which is trying to be the best at everything, trying to win the benchmark war. So trying to be the most intelligent model, trying to be the most capable foundational model. That's one area. The other area is enterprise and developer adoption. So if you look at whether it's OpenAI, whether it's Google, whether it's Claude, they're all trying to be better at being used by developers in coding, and they're also trying to win enterprise users, so making their models more reliable so that they have more enterprise users using, whether it's ChatGPT, Google Gemini, or Claude, using their AI tools so that they get more money in through these enterprise users. And I think the third area that needs to be won is with the users like you and me. What we're looking for is reliability. We're looking for a large language model that's easy to use, that gives you reliable answers, that's not hallucinating all the time or not agreeing with you all the time. But we need that confident advisor whom we can trust and is reliable. So that's just my take with the help of Notebook LM on what's currently happening at OpenAI. I hope that this has been useful to you. Please leave a comment in the chat and let me know what you think. Will you keep using ChatGPT? For me, I'm on the pro version. I've just renewed my subscription, so I'm definitely continuing to use ChatGPT. But I must say there's parts of Google Gemini that I definitely love. I'm going to be using more of Gemini 3 over the coming weeks. I definitely love Nano Banana. I've been using that. and also Notebook LM is such a game changer. If you're researching anything, whether for work or for school, it makes it so easy. You can get a video summary, you can get an audio view of whatever you're researching, and recently you can now get slides like the ones that I've just used for this presentation. So let me know what you think and leave a comment. Even consider subscribing. It's free. So thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. So a quick disclaimer, I actually use Google's Notebook LM to research and better understand all this that's happening at OpenAI at the moment. So if you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description so you can try out Google's Notebook LM. It's definitely one of my favorite AI tools. You should definitely check it out.